It was the most anticipated IPO, and now food delivery network Zomato has just listed on the stock exchanges, and it started trading 4 days ahead of its earlier schedule. So Zomato's much expected D-Street debut, as it were, has just happened. And Sakshi joining us with the latest on that. Sakshi, some information now available about the pre-opening price of the Zomato share. What are we hearing right now?
That's right. So Zomato's debut on D-Street is official. It is, of course, a historic day for India. The listing is better than even the pre-open rates. We can currently see it surging past the 3% mark at 120. And, of course, experts believe that, there are strong volumes and strong expectations around the euphoria. However, remember, there's a clear divide, as per some experts, on who is really driving this stellar listing. Experts believe millennials are really driving this euphoria, whereas the traditional investors are concerned about the fundamentals, which have been weak. Remember, Dipender Goyal, the founder, has released a letter to shareholders this morning saying, look, I don't know whether we will succeed or fail. We surely will, like always, give it our best. But I hope the fact that we are here will inspire millions of Indians to dream bigger than we ever have and build something way more incredible than what we can dream of.
All right. I believe we also have Devin Choksi with us on the phone line. Thank you for speaking with NDTV. So Zomato shares making very strong market debut, surging almost 60% from its issue price. Devin Choksi, how are you seeing this listing?
Sure, good morning. Well, I think this particular listing is largely coming on the back of two things. One important aspect, that every institution investors who had actually waited for this particular stock in a pre-IPO allotment, I think they have shown an appetite which is far more larger than probably the IPO could accommodate. So obviously the demand has not been fulfilled despite of they got the allotment which is part allotment. They require to have that allotment completed or the demand completed in their portfolio. So obviously, as a result of which, I think they are the ones who would possibly buy from the secondary market post-listing, so that at least I think they would have a larger part of the portfolio sustaining. That is the first point. The second point is about the grey market. The grey market has been extremely active in IPO these days, and as a result of which, I think the transactions which happen in the grey market, they need to settle when the stock gets listed into the market, I think, on a regular basis. So those people who shorted in the grey market Zomato shares in anticipation of buying it back on the listing,
right,
probably I think they would have a field day. So I think these are the two technical reasons I think that I see are the factors behind, I think, a very strong listing of Zomato at this point of time.
But do you expect the euphoria to continue in the days ahead? I mean, we saw it being oversubscribed some 38 times, but what lies ahead for Zomato?
The initial euphoria will definitely be, I think, very strong because of the reasons which I explained. But as we progress it, I think the market will start looking at the fundamental factors about number of deliveries that they make, amount of profit they would make on a per order basis, the amount of, I think, growth they would have on the turnover of the revenue that they are doing. So all of these factors would probably play a significant amount of weight on in the minds of the investors going forward. But currently, the listing subject is, I think, a completely different one compared to the fundamentals which I had to explain you in the earlier point.
But, many believe that there's a clear divide in what really is driving this listing. Are you also of the view that perhaps millennials or those who are very enthusiastic about Zomato are not looking at the rather bleak fundamentals?
Millennials could have limited capacity to put money into. I agree that I think there are many numbers now. But the fact is that I think they would have limited capacity to put the money into and I think influence the price beyond the point. However, I think the current rally is practically driven by the institutional players. Every fund wants to have some presence of the new generation stocks in their portfolio. And in this process, I think they would probably go and accumulate it in the primary market or in the, maybe I think now in the secondary market after the listing. So that goes very clear that I think it's a structured money which is going into the subject. And as a result of which, I think the prices are soaring at this point of time.
Many appear to be betting big on Zomato in the long run, but concerned about valuations in the near term. Do you think Zomato can balance these expectations? We saw the founder blog today saying that we don't know whether we'll succeed or fail, but we'll certainly try our best. What sort of message is coming from Zomato right now?
See, in my viewpoint, I think for a 60,000 crore IPO valuation that they did, I think it implied that they would require to have about 333 crores orders, I think, coming in order to, I think, make a break even, on this particular valuation. Now, if the valuation is such doubled, I think, from the current levels of, I think, what they did, almost double, I would say. I think in such situation, I think that number extrapolates, I think, to double digits, to 2 times rather. So in such situation, I think it's very difficult to justify the fundamentals at this point of time, because I think you are not going to be alone in this space. You already have Swiggy, you also have, I think, the Amazon food delivery, which is already happening in Bangalore. So all these issues are also going to play a significant role. You can't be saying that fundamentals would completely tilt in favor of Zomato. One will have to wait and see.
All right, Devin Choksi, thanks very much indeed. Sakshi, there's been a new tweet from Zomato in just the last couple of minutes, which says from one day to day one with a little heart sign after that. Take us through it.
Absolutely. This is, of course, a reflection of really, the excitement, like the founder said, and the fact that, today is day one. And, in his blog earlier, he said, well, we are going to look at whether we are, succeeding or failing. Like you said, we are going to hopefully inspire millions. So really an aspirational message for India there. And, of course, inspiring several other startups to debut on D Street. However, like the experts said, like Devin Choksi just said, of course, fundamentals really will be the key as per traditional investors in this euphoria going forward. Of course, the enthusiastic response at the moment is clearly a thumbs up to India's startup ecosystem and an endorsement of the domestic capital market as well. However, of course, the warning, some analysts are also warning, Ankita, that all startups cannot be assessed as a basket and must be reviewed on their individual strengths and weaknesses as well going forward.